Joining us now is Junjuan Song, and we're going to be talking about Song Law Group. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hi, Donna. I'm very well. Thanks so much for having me today.
It was lovely when you walked through the threshold of the studio. You have such a vibrant personality, you know, so lovely, so glowing. And I was like, wow, I was like, welcome to here, right? One of the things that I like about you and the reason that we wanted to have you on and showcase you is because you have stellar reviews. You have like all of these 5-star reviews. You've done wonderful work. You've helped so many people, June. And it was just lovely to spend this time with you. So thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure too.
What started your law journey? Like what made you decide to go into this practice?
Yeah, so I started real estate practice basically a couple months after I graduated from law school and get my bar. I just particularly find real estate to be such a unique and special practice area because it always brings a happy ending at the closing. You know, unlike many other practice areas where attorneys, you know, obviously a lot of times they have to fight and be controversial, confrontational. And if I can be a little happier, why not? And also real estate really touches everybody's life. You know, if I have the chance to help everyone during a time, you know, of their biggest decisions, their biggest purchases, that just brings me the joy and happiness and it just fulfills my life. So I love it.
Do you ever get a chance to see photos of the real estate? You know, are you a visual person?
Yes.
You know, like when you're, okay, so do they show you pictures of the home that they're purchasing or how does that work, the transaction?
All the time, you know,
Okay.
I have to be familiar with the MLS listing system and the
Okay.
information. And that's actually one of the reasons why my clients like me because I not only understand the legal terms, but I focus on understanding the business as well, where the clients come from, why they need this house or why they sell. So I have a deeper understanding of the transaction.
In fact, I believe somebody said that one time there was an auditor that came in to audit your overall practice, but they said that the way that you handled each of the cases and the case management through what it is that you're doing was so impressive, they thought you should sell the technique that you use.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes,
I heard
it
that. I
is.
thought it was really great.
Yes, it is. Thanks for asking about
Right.
it. We're really proud of it because New Jersey State Bar and the Supreme Court had this random audit every year for about 700 firms that they have to go on, select someone like lottery.
Right.
And we were selected last
Okay.
year. At first, we were really nervous about it.
I can
It was
imagine.
like nerve-wracking. But when an auditor came in and looked at our, you know, like bookkeeping, because it's very rigorous that you have to follow certain rules in New Jersey, very strict, and also our case management system. He was looking at it, he praised us and said, why don't you sell this to some other firms because it's so efficient, it looks very safe and smart, intuitive. So I was really inspired by that, and I think it's a great flatter on me and my partner.
It is. It's the way that you like built your business. Now your partner also specializes in estate planning, right?
Yeah.
So you're doing high-end real estate law, right,
Yeah.
as well as estate planning.
Yes, correct.
Okay. I
And
guess
she
those
is the
two
one
can go in partnership.
in partnership, and it's like all related. You know, it's always about asset management, you know, for different aspects. And she is actually the one that's talented, my partner, talented attorney, Olivia. She's the one that created our legal management system.
Lovely. So
Yeah.
Olivia and June,
Yes.
you guys have been working together for a while now, or?
For 6 years already.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's fantastic. What's one, I guess, mistake that you try to help your clients avoid? Like what's a common thing that you see time and time again when it's coming to like real estate, where they're coming to you and they're like, oops, what do we do? Right?
Yeah.
What's one pain point?
Well, can I share two?
I would love that. Absolutely.
Okay. So first of all, I think it's the speed.
Okay.
Because transactions in this area where we're practicing New Jersey, New York, it's really fast speed and it's high demanding. So you got to keep on with the track, with the team. Nobody's going to wait for you. Losing the time is losing money. So having everything efficient and seamless is super important. And the other thing is, I would say involvement, that a client needs to understand what they're doing. And I can share more details with you if you're interested.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So with our system, you know, actually when we first got started, believe it or not, it's like 6, 7 years ago, there are many firms, especially the smaller ones, they still rely on these traditional paper documents.
Okay.
And for even the simplest real estate transactions, you probably need hundreds of pages to complete a file. And imagine that you have maybe, you know, 80, 100 cases at the same time, and one of the lender or the realtor or the client needs one single piece of document information or just a simple number. You have to go through maybe hundreds of thousands of papers to find that piece of information. how frustrating can it be?
Very.
Because they're not going to wait for you. They want it right now. Give it to me, right? So our system, obviously under the highest standard of security, which comes first, but then we really focus on increase our efficiency. And there had been a couple of major upgrades for the last couple years where, I just tell Olivia, like, this thing has to be updated. This is a trend now. I want this feature. Let's do it. She'll realize that feature in our system within a couple days for me. So
My
it
goodness.
just is so intuitive.
Okay.
And all of our paralegals and staff or other attorneys, we focus on having a seamless training with everyone when they join. So our team kind of like think with one same brain. Whoever is handling the things, everybody else will know the most recent status by looking at the system.
So it's efficient, it's secure,
Secure.
it's helping people, which is also helping people get to closing sooner.
Exactly.
Makes a big difference.
Yes.
Right?
Because
right.
if you're waiting for it and your attorney just never responds to you, you're going to be feeling desperate because we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars. You feel like, you're fearing that somebody is not taking care of you, people don't care. It's kind of scary.
And also, if you're planning to get into that new location, that new house, but yet something's delayed, you've got hotel expenses, you've got moving expenses. I mean, it's like a domino effect.
Yes.
Everything is backed up on that one day of like signing the paper and here's the key.
Yes, that's very true. Yes.
I appreciate everything that you're doing to help so many people. You're actually also an interpreter, right? I guess because was Chinese your first language?
Yes,
when
it
you were
is.
little? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're working with New York State also with the court systems and things sometimes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I am a certified court interpreter. There are here and there, they call me. I used to do the work for the translation, but now I get more and more busy with my own practice. We kind of get that slowed down, and sometimes you just
You
wanna
help
be
when you
with-
can.
Right.
You help when
right.
you can.
But that's definitely like an advantage for me to explain to clients if there is a bilingual request.
Thank you so much. You're a wonderful person. You're so giving in what you do and so knowledgeable. So I thank you for spending some time with us because real estate law is really important. It's like the biggest, I guess, expense or
Yes, it
purchase
is.
that somebody's going through.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
My pleasure.
You're welcome. Stay tuned for more. We've been visiting with Junjuan Song of Song Law Group. And if you need help with estate planning or you're doing a high-end real estate transaction, please reach out to her. Be well.